Hey everyone, it's Jeffrey, your host. Welcome to the back bedroom. It's, how's everybody doing? Good. Yeah, it's the back bedroom episode. Last episode was a movie review of a movie I didn't really like that much, and it was really upsetting. And so, this is just a back bedroom episode where we're going to have a good time. And we're going to enjoy the things that we talk about. So, I already asked how everybody's doing. I'm going to ask again, how's everybody doing? Awesome. So, yeah, so the first thing, I'm going to get right into it. First thing I want to touch on is the Thor Love and Thunder. And I wrote in my notes, Thor Love and Thunder regret. I have regret in my heart and in my spirit. So I did my episode, right? I did that. We released it last Sunday for the review of the movie. And then I did an episode with friend Anthony on his podcast, Cineverm, which I've talked about before. I've been on before. I've told you guys to go check it out. If you're a big cinema fan, movie fan, go listen to Cineverm. They break movies down in a very interesting way. So I did an episode on there about Love and Thunder. And after I did it, I felt terrible because I was just so negative on the movie, and I'm trying to not be so. I'm trying to, I don't want to be like that. I try not to be that way in my everyday life. I mean, I know that things happen, and people make you mad, and people whatever. I get that. It's part of life. It's part of living. But I have been. One for like 2 months, 3 months now, doing therapy, which has been really nice. I've been doing some meditation, which has been really great. I'm going to get into a little bit of that in a minute. I brought it up a few episodes ago. I had some people reach out to me, different things, different techniques. So I've kind of been creating my own methods. Anyways, I'll get to that in a minute. The point I'm trying to say is I'm trying not to have a whole bunch of unnecessary negative and whatnot in my life. And after I did that episode, I couldn't quit thinking about it. Like, I was like, oh my God, I was like, that, I felt bad. I was just like, ugh, like, I almost told Anthony to delete the episode. I was like, I don't even want to be part of that. But he's actually got some good reception off of it. So, which I think that also stems to a lot of people just hate the MCU. Especially a lot of movie fans, real movie fans, I guess, quote unquote, real movie fans. They don't like the MCU, and so it's probably fun for them to hear people trash the MCU. So, but the point is, I did write that down in my show notes, was Thor Love and Thunder regret. I did not like the movie. I didn't really think it was that good. A lot of things about it. I'm not going to go into it because I've already posted a review about it. Still very skeptical about Phase 4, and I know that it's like everybody's like, oh, it's starting over, you gotta set everything up. I get that. I'm not an idiot. But even when you were setting things up at the very beginning of the MCU, everything's still connected. There's no connection right now. I don't care how hard you try to look into it. None of these movies are connected. None of them have been really that great. The TV shows have not all been that great. So, but I digress from all that. San Diego Comic-Con is coming up. They'll have a big announcement there. They'll probably also do a big announcement for their D23 situation. So that's that on that. I just wanted to get it out into the universe that I did have regret for being so negative all the time. Well, not all the time, but during that review of Thor Love and Thunder, I wanted to at least get it out into the universe that I did feel bad about being that way. And again, going forward, I'm going to really work harder to limit me, doing stuff like that. So anyways, into the next note that I wrote down. I finally beat Jedi Fallen Order. That was really cool. I'm not a big follower of Star Wars stuff, so I don't know a lot of the canon type things. If you've played the game, you probably, well, if you played the game, you know about it. And I know it came out a long time ago, so I was definitely behind on the times. So I'm going to talk about it. If you don't want to hear it, I guess if you don't want to be spoiled of it, stop listening for like 5 minutes, not 5 minutes, 3-4 minutes, and then come back. And I'm going to talk about something else. But man, the ending of Star Wars, of Jedi Fallen Order, we're running around, and then Vader shows up, and then you're running from him. And I love the power it shows, lets Vader show off, right? So I'm curious, I'm so interested to see now what Jedi Survivor is going to be about. Like, are we going around trying to... I'm very interested. I am very, very intrigued and interested in what that game is going to be about. And for a game that when they announced it, I literally was just like, okay, cool. Happy for the people that are into it. Not my cup of tea. And now I'm like, I need this game. Like, God of War is now officially coming in November. Now I need Jedi Survivor. So, I mean, what do they do? Do they let you fight Vader at some point in time? And supposedly it's all canon. So, like, I had the conversation with show producer Trevor. You can't make him... Trevor had a good point. You can't make Cal too powerful, because then you would have had to have heard of him, right? In the shows or the movies or what books or whatnot. So, how do you find that balance with the main character and then what you do for the next game? So, very interesting stuff. And after beating it, I need to do a redo, which I don't think I've ever done on the show, is a top 10 video game list. We need to do a top 10 video game list. Top 10 video games, because I would be comfortable saying Jedi Fallen Order is definitely in my top 10. Possibly top 5, but we need to do a top 10, and we need to get some input, and we need to have a good time with this. So, top 10 video games incoming. Be on the lookout. People that listen, start thinking about it, okay? You know who you are. You know who you are that listens. So go ahead, start thinking about your top 10, start jotting some stuff down, and get ready, because it's coming. And I'm going to need them, and I'm going to read them, and we're going to compare, and we're going to laugh at each other. So get ready. Top 10 coming. Get ready. So what I do for the show is, like, as I'm leading up to record day, I have a note, right, of the episode, whatever episode it is, and I'll start writing. I'll jot some stuff down that I kind of come up with as topics. So that's what I kind of use to go by, are my notes. And so my next thing that I have on my notes here is my continued meditation, which I was talking about a minute ago. So it's been really cool. It's been really fun. It's been kind of almost, dare I say, life-changing. It's been tomorrow will be day 20 that I've done it, 20 days straight of the mindful meditation. I'd been doing some different breathing stuff like about a week before that, so I would say total we're almost at 30 days, but I'm going based off this. So tomorrow is day 20 of actual taking a block of time, sitting down, mindful meditating, and doing my thing. And it's been neat. Like, a few days in, on day 5 or 6, I noticed that as I was sitting there, right, and you're trying to keep your mind empty, right? Like, when you start having thoughts, you just kind of acknowledge that thought and then bring it back, right? Bring it back, because you're trying to separate and keep it clear. And I kept seeing myself. I'm gonna get a little weird with you guys for a minute. So if you're listening to the podcast, hang on. I kept seeing myself. So, like, I record in a closet. I think I've said that before. And so this is also where I meditate. I'll come in the closet, I'll sit down, close the doors, do my thing, start meditating. Well, like I said, day 5 or 6, I felt like I was looking at myself. Like I'm out of my body, but looking back at my body. Like, seeing myself. And I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. But then I just acknowledge it and then try to clear it out. And then I kept seeing, like, a few days after that, I kept having a fox just randomly pop in. Like, it was doing something. Like, one day it's like coming up, and then the next day it's just running, and it's doing something. I don't know what it's doing, but it's always doing something. But it's a fox. And so I wrote that down because I don't know if that means something. I got to start looking into this kind of stuff. So, like, maybe that's like my spirit animal or something trying to get in touch with me or something. Man, we buy these cranberry, they're like cran grapes or cranberry something. I don't know. My daughter loves them, but they are so good. They're such a fun little snack. Like, I'll get a handful and just kind of munch on them. Really good. Like cran grapes, cranberry. I'm assuming it's good for you. But yeah, so I've been meditating, and there's a fox. I don't know exactly what it means, but I think it definitely means something. So if you're out there, you're listening to the episode, and you're into, like, spirit animals, and you're into, like, cosmic weird stuff, hit me up. Let me know. Because if you can explain this stuff to me, we'll talk. So here's what I did. So I was wrapping up Jedi Fallen Order, like I mentioned. Producer, art director, overall great person. Trevor had the idea for me to record it because he wanted to see me witness that end of the game. So I said, okay, I got the PS5, we'll record it. So I record it. I put the headset on. I'm recording, I'm talking. We have a good time. I stop. I go back and I check the recording. Recording's fantastic, right? But I had my mic on mute the entire time. I didn't know that. So it didn't catch any of my voice, but it did record the gameplay. So what we've thought about is I'm going to start recording stuff and posting it. But I'm not going to post... Okay, so from the PS5, you can stream to Twitch, right? Or you can stream to YouTube. But YouTube won't let you stream to them unless you have like 1,000 subscribers and viewers and blah, blah, blah. So, what you can also do is you can record in 1 hour chunks and then upload to YouTube from the PS5. So I've got two options. I can either stream to Twitch live, right? Which I got to get the camera too. And that's in the process. So to begin with, no camera. So I thought it would be better if I uploaded the 1 hour chunks to YouTube, and I could do like a walkthrough, right? They could do, or playthrough. They could do 1 hour. They could be 1 hour chunk chapters, and I just upload them. I'm talking. You don't need to see my face for it because it's probably for a game we've all seen 100 times. So So since Ragnarok's coming out in November, what if I do a God of War 2018 playthrough / walkthrough? I upload them. And let's just say they're anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour at a time. I talk. I can put the headset on. I'll make sure it's not on mute this time. I can be talking and just playing the game. Upload them. Would you guys be interested in that? Or would you rather me Twitch stream it? But if I Twitch stream it, I lose it, right? And I still don't have the camera. So you can't see me yet. So that's why I think the walkthrough would be better. Because it could just be me talking over the thing. I don't know. You guys kind of hear what I just said. Get back to me. Let me know what you think. And let me know your thoughts. Like, what would you rather see? Is a walkthrough cool? Do people still like to watch playthroughs and walkthroughs? I don't know. You guys let me know. Let me know what you think. Y'all are the consumers. You know better than I do. I just want to do stuff. You know what I mean? I just want to do content. And it's an excuse for me to replay God of War, right? God of War 2018. Everybody likes it. So I'm gonna replay it anyways, right? I want to hurry up and play it because I know that Witcher 3 update is coming soon. And when they update that for the PS5, I've got to replay The Witcher. And I'll definitely upload or stream that. But I want to get through God of War, and I'm gonna get a camera. I do have a friend at work gave me his old PlayStation 4 one They said you can update for free, but when I went to do that, it asked for a PSVR serial number. So unless you have a PSVR, they won't upgrade the camera for free, and I don't have a PSVR. So the friend at work said that he's seeing if he could find somebody that has a PSVR to give me the serial number, and if anybody's listening that has a serial number of a PSVR that they don't mind sharing with me, hey, because once I get it upgraded, I'm going to hook that up to the PS5, and I'll have my face, right? I'll have video, because I would like to have that ready and set for when Ragnarok does come out. Hey, that's a new game. You'll want to see the facial reactions to that, right? So I would like to have it a way to do that before Ragnarok comes out, so that when it does, maybe I could stream Ragnarok for you all, because I think that would be a lot of fun. So anyways, kind of mull that over, get back to me. Let me know what you guys think. I wrote down another thing, because I was having a conversation with Andy from the Retro Game Time Machine. You guys know that podcast. I've talked about it before. I've had MASH on this show before. We did a fun little interviewee thing. I've been on their show before as a fun little thing. They are two super cool dudes. Their last episode, they gave me a big shout out. They always mention the show on their show, and I appreciate them so much. They are two fantastic guys. Dare I say, two friends of mine now that I talk to, and it's been a lot of fun. And it's led me to meet other new people. I'm gonna shout him out, even if he's not listening or might not hear this whenever, but he did give me a review on Apple, and I appreciate it. Gerald RX40, thank you so much for that. And again, that's someone that I've met through them, so it's been really cool. But anyways, I was talking to Andy the other day, and hey Andy, hey MASH, I was talking to Andy the other day, and I was talking about how like response times, right? Like when you message someone or whatever, and I was talking about like some kind of delayed gratification thing, because I was like, man, I do that. Like, I don't do it with text, and I don't do it like with like, so we message on Discord. I don't do it with those messages, and I don't do it with text messages. Like, I respond as quickly as I can to those, because it's a conversation, right? You're trying to keep it going back and forth. But like with other things, I do it. So like for this podcast, I've sent a bunch of people emails, right? I've emailed a bunch of random people just asking if they would want to come on the show, or if I could come on their show, or just different things like that. And I've had a few respond to me, and I've gone to my inbox and I've seen that they responded, and I'll not look at it for like a few days. Even though I know it's there, right? I won't look at it for a few days, and then I'll finally go look at it. Or on Reddit, I'll post something on Reddit. Maybe I'm in the God of War subreddit or The Witcher or something, and I'll post something on Reddit, and I'll notice that it has a lot of comments and there's a lot of interaction with it. I won't look at it. I'll put my phone down and go do something else for like hours before I look at it. And I don't know why I do that. And it's like I'm delaying gratification, or it's like, I don't know. It's like subconsciously I'm like, well, what if it's bad, or what if they're telling me no? I really don't know what it is. I was just curious. I wanted to get it out there. Does anybody else do this? And again, I guess I'm probably setting myself up for someone to be like, oh, so that's why you never text me back quick enough. But that's not it. I don't do it with text messages, and I don't do it with like a message thing going back and forth. I do it with weird stuff like Reddit. Again, if I notice something's getting a lot of traction or something on there, or an email, it's so weird. I'm so weird. People are weird. Human beings are weird. Like, our brains are so weird, the way that they work for each one of us, right? Like, we're all the same human being in a sense, but all our brains work so weird and differently. I don't know. I guess that's about halfway. It's like a 20-minute episode so far. So, hey, you know what I do at the halfway point? I try to do. I throw this in there. And what I'm throwing in is this. If you like the back bedroom, and you like the way this conversation has gone for the past 20 minutes, and you want to support it at zero cost, that's $0. $0.00. all you gotta do is share the show on your social media accounts. It's completely free for you and helps me out a whole bunch. So Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Facebook. Did I say Facebook? Go tell a family member about the back bedroom. Just go do it. Even if you don't tell them to go listen to them, just go tell the family member about the back bedroom. Just go have a conversation about the back bedroom podcast and see what happens. I submitted this thing the other day to Spotify about like getting your podcast like put on their daily spotlight list or something like that. I'm gonna take a drink of Dr. Pepper real quick. Hold on. Supposedly, they pick small podcasts and put them on some kind of daily list or something. Whatever. So back to my notes. What do I have? Delay and gratification. Talked about that. You know what I wrote down? Sometimes I just write stuff down. I wrote here, free time equals activities plus how to justify doing them. This is how my brain works. Another peek inside of my weird brain. So I was thinking about like the free time that I get, which is not a lot. The activities I want to do. Podcast, video games, write, read. And how to justify like which one gets what time, right? Because a lot of the times I don't have a lot of free time. So I've got to decide, oh crap, do I want to play video games? Do I want to do something with the podcast? Do I want to read? Do I want to try to write? Because like I've got to do this one thing and I've got to do it because I don't have a lot of time. How do you divvy stuff up? You. No, the one, move over. Yeah, you. How do you justify? How do you divvy the stuff up? Is it because you get more free time? Like, if you get more free time, then that's not fair, right? Like, if you get a lot of free time, and then whatever, you're just rubbing it in my face. But if you don't get a lot of free time, and you've got a lot of interest, how do you decide? How do you divvy stuff up? I don't know, it's very hard. It's very difficult. Overwatch2 Beta, I've been in it. I got invited the other day. Other day? I got invited into the Overwatch2 Beta the other day. So that's been really fun. I played it for like a full day. And then on the second day, I realized that my game was doing, what was it doing graphically? It wasn't doing frame rate, it was doing resolution. So like that first day I was playing, I was like, wow, this is very crisp. It looks fantastic. This looks amazing. And then the next day I realized, oh, holy crap, I can put this thing in 60 FPS. And when I did that, holy free holy, that game is beautiful. It looks so good at 60. And then I turned the HDR on, because for some reason none of that just comes on. Like, you have to go in and set it. So I had to turn the HDR on and the 60 FPS, and Jesus, it looks good. You get to pick your roles, right? Tank, DPS, or support. And each one has a wait time, right? The queue time for matches. The DPS and the tank is always 10 plus minutes. The support is like 30 seconds. So it's like, nobody wants to play support. So if you want to play support, we can get you in a match right now. If you want to play tank or damage, you're going to wait a while. So needless to say, I haven't played a lot of tank or DPS, which is fine because I actually like playing support. Like when I'm by myself and playing, I play support because my thought process is if I can keep my dumb teammates alive, if I can keep my random teammates alive, then we'll win, right? And it'd all be on my shoulders to keep them alive. So it's been fun. I've gotten to play a lot of support. Ana is still great. I still love her. She's still fantastic. Mercy, still fantastic. Supposedly the next character that we get is a support character. I'm very excited because we definitely need more support characters. And I'll be interested to see because the other support characters I don't feel like are that great. Zenyatta is still pretty good, but they've changed up Moira, and something feels off about her. Lucio, I don't know, something doesn't feel right about him. Like, I feel like I'm not doing enough healing with Lucio. I can't remember the other ones right now off the top of my head. What's the girl with the shield? Like, I've ran into a bunch of her out on the battlefield, and like when somebody's good with her, it's really devastating. but I usually just roll with Ana or Mercy. Ana if I feel like I need to help add to some of the damage output, and then Mercy if I just want to just straight heal. Man, and that Junk Queen, oh my gosh, she is so good. She's so OP, especially if you can keep Mercy on her. She's already healing herself, and then if you can just kind of help boost her, oh, it's so much fun. So I will definitely be all in on Overwatch 2 when it comes out. I have really enjoyed my time with this beta. I'm not sure when it ends. I think maybe the 19th, so we got 2 more days. I'm going to try to play it as much as I can these next 2 days. Gary Whitta, do you guys know him? Sometimes he goes on Kinda Funny. I think he wrote like Rogue One and some other stuff. Anyways, I follow him. He's pretty cool. He's got an original story thing going on. And let me just read you this tweet. I pulled it up so I could get it right. So the title of it is Gundog. It's an all-new original sci-fi serial created by Gary Whitta and performed by the amazing Shannon Woodward with music by Austin Wintory. Anyways, getting off subject. Each episode will broadcast live on Twitch starting next month, available later on YouTube and podcast services. And a synopsis is the series will roll out over 9 weekly episodes, each featuring a live author introduction and post-show Q&A. There'll be live broadcasts for both American and UK time zones, so wherever you are, there should be a showtime convenient to you. Here is the synopsis. In the future, Earth has been conquered by a race of alien machines known as the Mech, and an entire generation has grown up under their brutal rule. When a rebellious young woman imprisoned in a Mech labor camp stumbles across a mysterious map that may hold the secret to liberation, she embarks on a dangerous journey that leads her to an amazing discovery, a long-lost prototype war machine that will spark the beginning of humanity's fight back against their alien oppressors. And again, it's called Gundog, but I just think the idea is so cool, right? So it's gonna come out on Twitch, and then later it'll be on YouTube and podcast services. And then with it, he's also gonna he being the author is gonna do like a Q&A like after every episode and stuff like that. Like I don't know why, but that really, really excites me. Like it's like he's creating something and then he's giving it to us over 9 weeks, and then you get to hear it, right? You get to hear the chapter or whatever, and then immediately after he's going to do a Q&A. So it's just like you're tied into it, right? So you're coming up with theories and ideas and you're going to be able to talk to him about it. I don't know why that is so cool to me, but it just is. So I liked it, and I tweeted something out the other night saying that, it's really, really cool idea. It really gets my gears kind of turning in my head. It makes me want to create more, right? It makes me want to do stuff. And I think that's what's so cool about creating and art and stuff like that, is when it's so good that it makes others want to do it, right? It makes others want to contribute to doing stuff. And he retweeted it, which was really cool because he has like a ton of followers. And so a lot of people saw that and came over to my Twitter and stuff like that. So maybe some of them came across the back bedroom. If so, hey, if you're here from Gary Whitta's retweet, thank you. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about it on here in case no one saw it when he announced it the other day. I want people to pay attention to this because I think it's just a really, really cool creator way to reach out and be involved. And again, it just makes my head like crank with ideas. I don't know why, but it does. Again, I came up with it not with the Thor episode, but the episode before. What did we come up with? The 4 pillars: create, participate, assimilate, cooperate. I love that. We need that on a t-shirt now. We need that on a t-shirt now. Hey, so Reddit. Do any of y'all get on Reddit? If you do, you probably noticed like a week or two ago, a bunch of pictures that kept showing up on the front page, and it was like from random places, and it would say like, this is what $100 gets you in groceries in Australia or Canada or different states in America. Well, I got into the comments of that, and I was like, man, this is a really good idea. You know, I've got some really, like, I kind of went on a big rant about how this is a cool idea and, like, what this could turn into. Well, this dude commented to me and was like, hey, all that is kind of like what I'm thinking. That is a great idea. So he created a subreddit, and it's called Grocery Runs. Grocery Runs, and it's on Reddit. It's a subreddit on Reddit, Grocery Runs. Well, he created the subreddit, and then he messaged me, and he was like, hey, do you want to help me mod this thing? And let's see if we can make it happen. So I'm a moderator on Reddit for this subreddit called Grocery Runs. And so the idea is, like, they're posting these pictures of, like, X dollars gets you this amount. And so my thought was, man, what if we could find people that are verified, like maybe verified nutritionalists or, you know, people that are good at budgeting, or people that, budgeting, nutritionists, stuff like that, dietitians, different people like that. And so if we could get people like that are verified, and they could see these pictures, so say they saw a picture of, like, this is what $70 gets you in Montana. Like, they could look at that picture and say, oh, well, you know, if you budget this a little better, maybe you could do, you know, cut that out. Or maybe if a nutritionist saw it and they could say, hey, you know, maybe substitute this for that, and that could be a little cheaper, or you could get more out of this. Or I don't know. I just thought that there could be a lot of really cool ideas off of that, and I think it could be really helpful for people. And this dude kind of shared my interest, or he kind of shared the same thoughts that I did with that. So yeah, he made me a mod. So I've been working on a bunch of stuff. I've been writing out a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna go on and post probably later today on there. So if you're on Reddit a lot and you want to go check it out, again, it's called Grocery Runs, and I'm a mod there. And so yeah, I think it'd be cool. And obviously, if you want to participate, please do. Because again, participate is one of our key pillars here now on the back bedroom. So yeah, you can participate, you can join and, you know, comment. I don't know how many of you guys, I mean, Reddit's popular. I'm acting like Reddit, like nobody's ever heard of Reddit. But yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people don't comment, like a lot of people lurk. Like I think I lurked for a few months before I finally created a profile on Reddit, but since I have, it's been really cool. I've met some really cool people from Reddit and had some really good conversations on there. But yeah, it's the first time I've ever been a mod of anything, really. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, with you all. Wanted to share what I'm doing. It's like 33. That's all the notes that I have. So that's, I mean, honestly, for episode 35, not too bad, right? 33 minutes, episode 35. Episode 35's, I mean, by the time I say bye and everything, it'll be 35 minutes. So episode 35 will be 35 minutes long. But yeah, so I think that's going to be it for this episode. I had a good time. Touched on a bunch of stuff. Top 10 video games. Remember, top 10 video games of all time. That list is coming. I'm going to start working on that. People that listen to the show, please send in your top 10. Email them, however you want to do them. Get me your top 10 video games of all time, because that list is coming. So go ahead and start working on it. You know who you are. You know when you hear this, you're going to start thinking about your top 10 video games. So start doing that so we can compile that episode, because that has to happen now. But yeah, so that's going to wrap this episode. Thank you all so much for listening. There are tons of other podcasts you could be listening to, and you chose to listen to mine. And for that, I am forever thankful. So if you want to interact with me or the show, here's how to do so. Twitter. I still have the Back Bedroom Podcast Twitter, right? It's still out there at the Back Bedroom. But I only use it to push the show stuff out now. So if you want to interact with me on Twitter, hit me up on my personal Twitter. It's Space Ghost with 3 E's. So it's Space E Ghost. Okay? Space Ghost with 3 E's. That's me. Talk to me on Twitter. Come talk to me about whatever. I'm there. You can email the show at backbedroompod@gmail.com. So if you want to send in your top 10 video games, if you just want to email me about meditation, about maybe your ideas on why I'm seeing a fox, something about Reddit, just whatever. Email me about whatever. backbedroompod@gmail.com. We're also on YouTube at the Back Bedroom. Again, I'm going to start posting the walkthrough, playthrough things on there, so that will definitely be more active coming. And of course, you can always find the show wherever you listen to podcasts, Spotify, Apple, Good Pods, etc. Wherever you listen to your podcast, we are there. And make sure to like, share, subscribe, and rate for the algorithm. So wherever you do listen, please give us a like or a rate or a review. It really means a lot, and it helps the show a bunch. So Good Pods, Spotify, and Apple, especially Apple, if you could give the 5 stars and write a review, it means a whole bunch. Spotify is great too, 5 stars there. So rate and review for the algorithm. And as always, I will see y'all next time, right here in the Back Bedroom. Thank you. Love you.